I think I'm specifically part of the reason why Twitch has some of its ban list on there. I looked up to their kind of just off the cuff, just kind of casual, fun let's plays, and you know, like I was down for it. You know, like I wanted to do it all.
What's up, Gacha Tourist? Today we're here with my friend who is a longtime YouTuber and knows all about anime memes, and is also my D&D master. Everyone, meet Noble, also known as LostPause.
Ah, that's right, it's me. He's using my formal name of LostPause out here now. Just, ooh, all right.
Did you like change to Noble? I feel like people know you as LostPause, but then whenever I say Noble, they're like, who's Noble?
No. I was always called Noble of LostPause. You know, like there's Aaron of Game Grumps out there. It's just like a title that I wanted, you know? You know, and I was just like, it stood for like 3 different things out there. Like, first off, it's shorthand for Let's Play, like LP. So like that, it goes like that, LostPause LP, because I did a lot of Let's Plays back in the day. And then I also never shut up. So like it was LostPause, like it was always there. It also always sounded like Lost Cause. So like that was another reason, like it was a play off of that as well. So anytime people say like LostPause or like Lost Cause, you're just playing into my name. I got you.
That's
that's
like a slogan right there, you know, for LostPause. So what was like your first Let's Play then?
My first Let's Play.
Yeah.
I actually had a group of people that I started YouTube with, but you know, life happens. They all have to do you know, like they all have college lives and they all go away. And I was just like, well, I kind of want to keep doing the channel. And like, so I was like, screw it, I'll just do the channel myself. And that's what I did. I just did the channel myself. I think the thing that really took off my career and set my thing is when I saw this visual novel called Sakura's Spirit. And at the time, it was like the #1 seller on Steam. And I was like, wow, anime and booba, I like this. Nobody's playing it. I don't understand why nobody's playing. It's the #1 seller because it was like the first thing that people said was like, they allow visual novels on Steam and it's like kind of sexy. And I was like, you know what? I'm a degenerate. I like anime. I did a Let's Play of it, posted it, and it got like decent views. I mean, like for me, it did amazingly because like I went from 100 views to like thousands of views. And I was like, wow, this is great. And so I just kept doing it. And I did it like, you know, Game Grumps style, just very... I read it. I added voices to it. I didn't add too much editing at first. I mean, I just kind of rolled with it.
Oh, what is Sakura's Spirit about, anyways?
That's a good question. that's a good question.
What do you remember?
It's about you getting isekai'd into some sort of fantasy realm where there's fox girls. I was like, hey, yo, this is nice. I like fox girls, you know? I even have I don't know if I can show you. Well, you can see it in the back if I do that. You can see that's one of them back there. I'll show the people at home. There's my cardboard out of Sakura's Spirit, Machiko. Yeah, again, the company sent me that. Yeah, that's one of the girls there. Honestly, it was just about you getting into loot situations with these girls. It's completely degenerate. You get into dumb things, and it's booba, and I had a great time reacting to it, and everyone just wanted to wait and see all my reactions to all the CGs. And I just kind of took off from there. Yeah.
So, is this game streamable on Twitch?
No, it's on the ban list.
What? Valentine's Day's coming up, you know, I gotta give my chat what they want, and, you know, anime, fox girls, booba. That's like right up their alley, dude. So like you've always...
I know. I think I'm specifically part of the reason why Twitch has some of its ban list on there, because I pretty much, I was well known for my Honey Pop Let's Plays, and that's also banned. Even the Honey Pot dev, like I've seen him multiple times. Really cool guy.
Wow.
Like the guy. He's like, dude, I love your Let's Play, dude. It was great. And you know, just like the devs sending me Sakura and designing my mascot Lily, the Sakura Spirit devs, Wing Cloud, they love the Let's Plays and they helped me out, and I wanted to support them. But you know, the thing is, I played a lot of raunchy games.
You know what? Okay, this is like lore. This is like all new to me, because I feel like when I look at your content, like your old YouTube, it's like Let's Plays and anime, but I didn't know you've always were like a degenerate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been an open degenerate all of my career. I never try to hide who I am. Why would you? Why would you hide what you are?
Okay, so pretty much has your content ever evolved over time, or is it just stayed the same?
Oh, obviously it's evolved over
Yeah.
time. I can't do some of the content that I do anymore. I mean, it's not like I only did lewd stuff. I mean, I played Katawa Shoujo, which is well known on was made by 4chan itself.
Oh, what is that?
Which is like it's a game about having a disability, like you have a heart condition where you can't get too excited and you could die at any time if you get too excited, or you stress, anything like that. So you go to a school with people with disabilities, and it's like it was supposed to be like a play on Japanese dating games, but they just made it serious and actually made it a good story. And you got to, there was a girl with burn scars, a girl that was blind, a girl with no legs, a girl with no arms, and a girl that was mute. You would choose your girl and you would date who you got, and I did the whole let's play of that. It was good. I even did a let's play of Go-Go Nippon back in the day as well, which was all about learning about Japan. And yeah, there were some lewd scenes in it. And if you know some of the lore behind the Go-Go Nippon girls,
What? I want to know.
Well, let's just say they're in a very different place right now, in a very, very hollow, very live place right now.
I see. Okay, noted. Right.
Yeah. So they're doing well for themselves. They're doing very, very well for themselves. I'm glad to see that a lot of the stuff and the games that I played are doing well. Especially Nekopara. Nekopara was a massive game that I kickstarted and did a whole bunch of stuff and helped them out. And they're killing it now. They even have another gacha game coming on the horizon.
Well, I only know Nekopara, but like the male version. Right? Is that there's a male cat version. Yeah,
you can get. Yeah, there's that.
That's like the only Nekopara that I know. And then you mentioned like Honey Pop. I played Honey Pop for fun. It was not fun, by the way.
Huh?
I felt like I was putting in so much work just to see the scenes that like it just got difficult. It was like Candy Crush but times 10, because you had to be strategic with like the puzzles. And then okay, you know what? I feel after you get through it, it's like 2 to 3 seconds of animation and then that's it. And I was like, man, that's it.
I mean, when I played it, yeah, definitely the later levels were pretty challenging. I edited it, so basically they never really saw the challenge of me sitting there probably for like 20 minutes at a time for some of the longer ones, just trying to figure it out, getting all the right puzzles, doing the right things, doing the right moves. Oh man, it was tough sometimes. But that's the magic of editing, baby. That's
true.
The magic of editing.
Yeah, like you're more YouTube, right? So like I would have never like known, honestly. Especially watching Let's Play, you guys just cut like straight to the point. But it feels so like seamless whenever I'm watching it sometimes. So yeah, compared to streaming where everything is documented.
Yeah, everything's there. You can't run away from your mistakes.
Exactly.
I mean, there was a point where I accidentally turned on my Neptunia Let's Play and I streamed it live. And I didn't know. So everyone saw my mistakes and me messing up. I didn't have my face cam, and people were just laughing at me the entire time when I was. It was funny. It was funny. It was a moment.
Yeah, it was like a exclusive behind the scenes content. Did YouTube have a stream thing at a time, or was it on Twitch or?
I accidentally the go live. It was on Twitch. So thankfully, it was not on YouTube. It was just Twitch that saw it.
Oh my gosh. Because you started your journey on YouTube, was there any YouTubers you looked up to?
Oh yeah. I mean, I told you, I very much liked PewDiePie and also the Game Grumps. More inspired by the Game Grumps because the Let's Play style out there. I wanted to keep it like real and just have fun with the game and just keep it nice and casual. But then I kind of like edited because I just started editing more and more because I started like 3 videos a day. And I was like, well, I can't edit and do 3 videos a day because that's too much. So like I did 2 videos a day instead with the heavy edits. And then I was like, well, I don't have a life anymore.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm struggling to keep up with content. I can't do much here. And like I keep wanting to add more edits. So then I changed to just 1 heavily edited video a day, as well as streaming, because I was streaming and editing and doing all that at a time. And like, I mean, it worked out. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, it worked out great.
Yeah.
But I just got more inspired by Pewds because he was going like heavy edit modes, and I wanted to edit a lot too and make my videos better and better.
Yeah.
So I just did it. Yeah.
Yes.
Went to town.
So I asked about the YouTubers you looked up to because you did mention
Game Grumps.
yes, Game Grumps.
Aaron.
Okay, I was like, unfortunately, like for me, I feel like I joined YouTube with the Ryan Higa era, right? And PewDiePie was my truly first gamer content creator. And then since then, like it was like for me, it was like PewDiePie and then like Markiplier. And then now it's like Cub Scouts. So yeah, so I was like,
I mean, I was there during the Minecraft era too. You know, I like the Yogscast too. Like I was a Yogger.
I've never heard of that. What?
You know, like I looked up to their kind of just off the cuff, just kind of casual, fun let's plays, and you know, like I was down for it. You know, like I wanted to do it all.
What year was the Yogs cast?
Oh God, they're an old YouTubers just like Pewds. I don't know how long they've been around, but I'm pretty sure they're still making content. I'm pretty sure, but they're even older than me. You know,
Okay, no,
if I'm a dinosaur,
no, you're not.
Holy crap, man! They're like the fish that made the dinosaurs. I don't know.
You are no, literally just before like recording, I was out here saying that you could tell like the difference in content and age will show. Yeah, no, it's okay. No, but you're young at heart, you know, especially with how caught up you are on like gacha Degen stuff. I would say you're pretty, you know, you're up to date. You're with the youngins. You're caught up, Noble.
How you do, fellow Zoomer?
Exactly. That's how I feel. Speaking of like memes, what are like some hot memes right now?
Hot memes.
Yeah, because
the hottest memes going around right now, they're always just getting recycled, because that's the thing with memes.
Yeah.
Memes just constantly get recycled in different ways. One of the biggest ones that I saw lately that was kind of new cropping up was this guy who was just like a girl comes up to him and is like, hey, can you help me choose a necklace? And he's like, sure, let me help you choose. And then she shows her a picture of two necklaces, but the shot is so good it goes down and it shows her cleavage. And it's like, I'm a little distracted, and everyone was just keep doing remixes of different characters and things like that. Yeah. You know, like Lloyd Forger trying to help his wife, quote unquote, and she just shows off the necklace, and he's just like, I'm a little, you know, like
so
hey.
Cute. Wait, actually, not too long ago, I saw the trend. Instead of the necklace, it's like putting plushies. Right now, people are doing that with gacha characters. Like, have you seen the Sunday one, or like VTubers where they're showing off their cleavage and then they're putting like the plushie in between? Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So like, kind of same difference almost.
So if I take like my Lily plush back there and I put her in between this,
Yes.
I would start the trend.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's popping off right now in the gacha space. I've seen it quite a lot with Starro right now.
Interesting to say the least.
Yeah, the more you know.
The other popping thing that I saw about plushes is the Gardevoir plush that's going around, and the things that people are doing with that.
Wait, the Gardevoir? What was that one?
Yeah, there's a life-size Gardevoir plush, and the Pokemon company, they knew what they were doing when they made that.
Is it official?
Yeah, it's official. It's an official life-size plush that they had on their website. It's sold out in 3 hours. There's obviously the lewd ones out there, like putting tights on her and doing things. But, you know, there's actual people out there putting her in race cars and letting her drive, or having a meal with her, or putting her in maid outfit, or making her play the harp. You know, like I've seen lots of different things. Then they're getting like 10K up boot dutes and other things like that. So that's another thing that's going around.
Wait, so is it like a onesie, or is it like a plushie? What?
It's a full-on 1-to-1 scale Gardevoir. It's a massive plush.
Wait, how big
massive.
How big is Gardevoir?
That's a good question. How big is Gardevoir? Let's look that up real quick.
Isn't Gardevoir one of the top Pokemon that's like smashable?
Are you really that clueless?
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. No, I'm asking.
There's no way that you're asking me that question with a straight face. You know the answer to it. She's apparently 5'3".
I know the bunny. That's and I guess like the famous Vaporeon.
Oh, don't bring Vaporeon in this.
Hey, you know what?
Not my poor Vaporeon.
Yeah,
all right.
hey, I'm with you on that, because my favorite Pokemon is Vaporeon. And so like when I was...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sus.
No, oh my god, it's so crazy.
Sorry. Couldn't resist.
So like growing up, so I played Pokemon Leaf Green, and they had the evolution. So Vaporeon was one of my Pokemons I brought with me to fight the Elite Four. etc. Anyways, I started collecting plushies.
Same.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, wow.
Same. Vaporeon was mine.
Vaporeon was also one of your Elite Fours.
Oh yeah, my Elite Four. Yeah, I had Charizard, so I needed a water
Oh.
type. And I was like, yo, Eevee's cute, and I can choose to evolve it into a water type. And I was like, sick, let's go.
I had Blastoise, but I still brought Vaporeon because I don't know, man. I was like, I like my water Pokemons. So since then, I started collecting like pins and plushies of the Eevee Evolutions, and I started collecting more of the Vaporeon. And then once I started streaming, chat was like, oh, what's your favorite Pokemon? I was like, oh, I love Vaporeon. And then they started making fun of me.
Oh, no.
They're like, oh my God,
Oh.
like you're weird. Like, haha,
no.
like we know what you like. And I'm like, I'm so confused. And then that's when they introduced me to the copy pasta.
It's over.
Yeah, I was corrupted,
it's
man.
over. That's unfortunate, Mai. That really is.
so yeah, I was like, I only know Vaporeon and Lopunny.
Interesting. Those are two different gen Pokemon, so you played a different gen. Okay.
Yeah, I only know the earlier gens, which is like funny
Okay.
because, oh, as mentioned, you're my D&D master. My literally first ever D&D campaign, and it's Pokemon. And every time you introduce a new Pokemon, I have to search it up just to make sure.
Who's that one?
Yeah.
What does that look like? Yeah, I try my best to try and bring in some of the favorites, but I also try to squeeze in some unknown ones, you know? Like, I like doing that because it makes it more interesting having some weird ones that you don't know the typing of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, you can't metagame me this time and know what its weaknesses are.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, you know what? At least that's only for like Rustage and Raz, you know, like they know. Same with Sif, like they know. But for me, I'm like, oh, I have no idea what this Pokemon is. So I'm gonna pray every single time.
Pray that it works.
Yeah. So with D&D, because with Pokemon D&D, is it your first time being a DM?
I have DM'd for my homies like once or twice before that, but like for a full campaign, that is like my first ever long form campaign.
Oh.
So I was learning with you guys. Don't worry.
You seem like a professional.
I mean, long form campaign as a DM. My first long form campaign was Rustage, and he got me into it. So I mean, I even have the books down here now. I just got this today, the monster manual, as you can see. So
Ooh.
that's the new 2024 rules of the new monsters that I can maybe squeeze a few new ones in there for you guys to fight and just make them Pokemon instead.
Yeah.
And then it works.
Oh,
It works.
what got you into D&D?
Oh, I was always interested in it, and I started watching like Critical Role,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But then I kind of went off of it, and I didn't go quite back to it. And then Rustage came up, and it was like, hey, you like One Piece, right? And I was like, yeah.
Oh.
You want to be like a D&D in a D&D campaign? I was like, sure. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, like, because I knew Briggs at the time, and I wasn't too familiar with teching or spooky at the time, but, you know, I was like, oh, I'm willing to meet new friends. Yeah, and then, like, 5 years later, I don't know how long we've been doing it now.
Oh my gosh.
Here we are, you know?
Wait, so Rustage D&D has been going on for almost 5 years now?
It's been a long time, definitely. I know the first campaign lasted like 3 years or something like that.
Wow, that's a really good like commitment right there. 3 years.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
good times.
What's the current episode of the D&D right now?
We ended that one. We started a new one. A little bit of a continuation later on called the D&D One Piece Marines, and that one's been going for more than a year now. Maybe coming up to 2. I don't know.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, we had a little bit of a break in between, and yeah, we're going again, and it's fun. Having a great time.
I feel like with D&D, there's so many choices and options. Like literally, you just have free reign of everything, you know. And so, like, joining Pokemon D&D, I'm still learning. So you know, hopefully, there's another chance for me in the future to join another campaign, and then just grow from there.
Well, I mean, you're almost done with this one, so I mean, if you're down, you know.
Yo,
like...
hold up. I gave you ideas on how to expand Pokemon D&D.
I mean, no, I know. But like, you know, don't you want to play a new character? Don't you want a new lore, new setup?
You know
We can
what?
start again.
Actually, I wouldn't mind because then I can redo a Warlock and do the same thing that I did. I gotta give the viewers context. So Noble is, of course, like first ever D&D campaign, and I'm learning, and I start as a Warlock. But unfortunately, I died, so I had to create a new character. But my character was very nice, you know, the Warlock. They had superpowers, but it was based off of 6-digit codes. And in every session, I gave out a 6-digit code, and there was tags that, you know, popped along with it. Did you ever search any of the codes up or?
I think so, yes. But the funny thing is, you're not revealing the truth about these codes.
What's going on, Noble? What happened?
I mean, do you want me to divulge your secret or not?
Yeah, tell the viewers.
Oh, you want me to? Okay. Well, they weren't even your codes to begin with.
Yeah, no.
You got fed the codes. You didn't even know any of them. You're a fake Degen.
Yes.
You're fake.
No, it's so funny because I think the past 2 to 3 episodes of Gacha Tourist, I've talked about something degenerate every single time. So now I feel like I'm having like an identity crisis because, you know, I like to brand myself as family friendly.
Stop the cap.
But then
first thing I ever did in your stream, was get stepped on.
Whoa.
When I rated you.
Oh.
I just chose a random VTuber and you hit me with the steppies.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I know this is going to be a great relationship.
I drew like the sweaty feet too, so like it left an imprint on the screen.
Bullshit.
Dude, yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what? I feel like maybe this year I'll embrace my degeneracy. But yeah, the codes I had to outsource. I had to ask like my mods to find 6-digit codes for me because I didn't want to read these hentais and these tags. And so, you know what? I can low-key give the viewers a code right now. Go find. Okay, I'll give. Oh, you know what? Because you mentioned cat girl, I'll give them a cat girl code. 3 1.
Oh, never mind. It showed up. I'm out.
Wait, I'm so curious now. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I would make sure the codes would go like hand in hand with the campaign. So like dragon, there's a dragon. Ninetales, you know. That was my character. It was a good one too.
It was nice, but you know, you could make up different characters and have fun. It never has to be the same one.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I would totally do that again. I would be more degenerate, you know, if I can. if I won't be shy.
I mean, to be fair, I think out of all the people there, you're the least degenerate, which is hilarious.
You know what? That's true. Yeah. My character's least degenerate for sure.
Oh my God, dude. I don't even know how to handle all you guys. Oh my God. It's funny though. That's the fun part.
Yeah, that is the fun part. That's what I like about D&D. So speaking of cat girls, actually, you mentioned you had an OC and her name is Lily. I wanted to know more about how she came to be because you briefly mentioned it, but I just wanted to know.
All right, first off, Fox Girl. All right.
Fox Girl. Sorry.
First off, Fox Girl.
My bad. Okay.
All right. I did a lot of the Sakura games, the Wing Cloud games, and I liked every single one of them. But like the guy came up to me one day and it's like, "You've been such a great help." I contacted him a lot, and he came up to me and was like, "Hey, what kind of games would you like to see?" And then just one day he was just like, "You know what? Do you want your own mascot?" And I was like, "Sick, yeah, let's do it." And then I like told him exactly how I wanted. I wanted a Fox Girl mechanic, and you know, like that's that. And then he gave me, you know, Wanaka is the artist behind it. She made Lily and showed it to me, and I revealed it to the channel. She just had her birthday. She's 51 years old in Fox years.
Oh.
She's a hag. Yeah, she's the face of the channel and been getting tons of fan art, more fan art than I will ever receive. Like, I appreciate it a lot, man. Like the fans love her and I love her, so I'm really happy.
It's funny because you say you call her a hag, but like, I feel like hags are in fashion, you know, hag maxing, gilf, you know, hags are in fashion is what I feel like, at least my like generation. In Fox years.
It's mostly just weebs are getting older.
Yeah,
we're getting old, and they're not really hags. They're just women our age, and we just want more women our age.
Yeah,
we're trying to play it up and make it stink.
Yeah,
and hopefully we'll get more women our age. You know?
I'm dead. With Lily's design for the outfits, have you ever just thought about like switching it up here and there, kind of like a VTuber? Has like different outfit toggles.
Oh, I mean, I've gotten tons and tons of artwork in Lily in different outfits and stuff over the years. Like anything you can imagine, I've had it. I even had my own Lily webcomic that I had done with Mary, and you know, we did all sorts of different outfits with that too. I would like a VTuber Lily. However, at the same time, my whole brand is revolved around this face right here. So like me switching to like a female avatar the entire time or getting someone else just to take over wouldn't be smart because it wouldn't be me anymore, you know?
Oh.
And people came to me, so they all subbed for me.
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever the content I was doing at the time. So like, you know, a little bit A, a little B. It just wouldn't be the same.
Okay, this might like ruin immersion, but like, would you ever get a VTuber model but pilot it as like
Oh, I have. Yeah, I have a VTuber model.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. Yeah, I got a little airship pilot alchemist fox boy.
Oh
yeah,
my
I got.
god. Okay, wait, but what about as the Lily though? You know.
I mean, I got 3D models too of Lily, and I have plenty of Lilies too. Like I got 3D models of Lily and of 2D avatar of Lily. I only have a great 3D model of my avatar. Oh no, I also have a chibi deformed of my alchemist too. Again, I like being me. I don't know, man. VTuber, you guys have your own domain. I have my domain. You know, I'm just gonna get old and crusty while you stay young and fresh over here. I'm gonna become a dried up raisin and you'll be that fresh grape. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh gosh, you make yourself sound like you're over like 50 years old, Noble.
I know, right? Great.
I was like, oh god, it's even crazier because I see people online now. They're like, guys, I just turned 24. I'm so old, and I'm like, guys, like old is like 60 years old. You know, like senior discount is where you can start. You know.
Yeah, but you know, old on the internet is anything over a year old.
Yeah,
that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
I'm a relic at this point, man.
A relic and ancient. It's okay. People like finding relics.
Or I can be put on like your gacha character in Genshin, you know? Just level me to 20. Hopefully I'll roll some good substats.
Oh my gosh. I'm like coping right now because every time I roll relics, I always hit defense and HP.
It's almost like they have a guide up or something on them, you know? Like just something to make you always roll it.
That's how they get you, you know? It's like the bane of gacha. They know what you want, and so then they give you what you don't want, and then you just stay in the loop of rolling it again and again.
You know all about those gachas. You would. The gacha queen herself.
I'm no gacha queen. I am simply
the gacha princess.
I'm simply
the gacha duchess.
No, I'm a gacha tourist, Noble.
A tourist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Wait. So speaking of gachas, I actually want to know like what kind of gachas did you play, you know, like did you start out with?
God. All right. I mean, my first ever like really bad gacha that I got into was this game called Dragon Nest back in the day. It was a pretty good action RPG. You had like dungeons you went into, and the fighting was very, very reactive. Even the cutscenes were fine, you know. It was a good game. And then they got like super greedy. Like super greedy. They started introducing pay to win mechanics where like you had to buy like these costumes that were worth hundreds of dollars in the gacha currency to maybe get it, and then it would increase your flat stats, and that was the only way you could get them. And then they also had like an effect where basically it was like the really old gacha system where you could roll a weapon to upgrade it, but it'd have a chance to either go down again or just flat out break. And then you would have to farm a new one. And so they would have items to stop you from the item from breaking, but not from leveling down. So you could spend money to lose.
Oh, wait, the game was released in 2010.
Yeah, what about it? What about it?
Nothing.
What do you want to say about it, huh?
I was going to say there's a game called Maple Story, which came out in 2004, and they have the same system where like a relic, if you keep, or it's like called scrolls, you know, you can feed scrolls to buff it
I know
up.
what Maple Story is. I know exactly. Yeah, I know.
So yeah, you feed the scroll into the item and then it breaks forever. So yeah, it's the same concept right there. All right. So then
Maple Story is the only game that outlived its sequel.
It really did.
It's crazy to me, man.
It really did. And they're making more Maple Story stuff now, like Maple Story Mobile. I keep getting ads for it too.
Oh my god, even another one. I wonder if it'll outlive Maple Story this time.
Yeah, no, they've had like a big franchise. And you know, it's still popular. They had like collabs with Blackpink and whatnot at one point last year. They're still going strong.
That's crazy. Yeah. I know PUBG had a collab with Blackpink too. That's crazy too.
PUBG is popular in Korea.
Oh, super
I
popular.
think.
Oh yeah, the mobile game especially. Oh yeah.
What other gacha games do you play?
Oh, you want to know all of them?
Yeah.
Well, I played Aura Kingdom. I also played, I mean, if you want all of them, I played Snowbreak. I played Valkyrie Connect. I played, Genshin, obviously. Honkai Star Rail, ZZZ. I played Woowa for a little bit. I played, they're all kind of blurring together now.
I know you played Nikkei.
Tower of Fantasy. I played a little bit of Nikkei. I played a little bit of I got pretty decently deep into Tower of Fantasy.
My favorite. my viewers always make fun of you because I played that game so much. I was obsessed with that game.
I mean, it was nice for what it was. Just the main thing that made me upset was just randomly one week my ice characters would get a 50% nerf. And I was like, oh, I guess I can't use the only characters I built.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah,
and I was a whale too,
You're a
man. I was
whale?
like, I spent like some money in order to try to like level up my characters. I was like, okay, they're actually decent now. But I can't level up anything else.
I think I had a decent time as free to play, but my team was Electro, and I think Electro was a very strong element in there. And then the only thing, it was just like too time consuming, it's an MMO. At the end of the day, hard to keep up, and power creep became a thing.
Oh, that's every gacha game. You're gonna get power creep in everything.
Yeah.
That's how they sell units.
For me as a whale in the Hoyo games and Wooba, it's kind of like, oh, it's whatever. But then once you're free to play, like you really feel the pressure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying not to spend anywhere near my 5-digit levels in Genshin ever again.
Oh, again, I need Genshin lore. Hold up. Did you max out a character or?
Yeah, I got a C6 Kazuha.
Oh, he's good though.
I was even trying to do like Genshin content creation on my second channel back in the day. So like I was trying to be like a build guide maker and just content creator for the game because I just really enjoyed it at the time. And I was like, I might as well do some stuff with it. And I was trying to juice up my Twitch numbers as well with it. And I paid a lot of money. I paid a lot of money. I did viewer giveaways. I tried to roll for every single character, and you know how expensive that gets because you have to, if you want to be a content creator, you gotta get all the characters. You gotta show them off.
That's like, oh my god. I honestly felt that way back then, but then now I realize like it's such a dangerous mindset as a creator to have every, character. So for me, I started outsourcing. If I don't have a character, I just go on a viewer's account.
That's the smartest thing you've done, dude.
Dude, right?
Yo, all my viewer whales come in here. Let me steal your account real quick. No. Yo, let me check it out. Ooh, that's a nice C6. Ooh.
Exactly. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm doing some C6 testing. It's not my account though, Yeah, I lost my 50-50 on Aglaea's banner for Star Rail. So I just couldn't pull for her again. I borrowed someone's account.
Let me just steal that account real quick.
Yeah.
That's a nice character you got built there. How long did it take you to make that? Ooh, months? Ooh.
Yeah. It's even crazier when I'm like rolling their relics and stuff and it hits defense. And I feel so bad because I'm like, wow, not only am I like using your account, like I'm holding your account hostage, but then I'm rolling terribly for your characters. I felt so bad.
But you're their anime waifu. They're like, it's fine. She blessed me.
Yeah, exactly. It's the VTuber touch and whatnot. Yeah. Is there any other gacha games that like you're keeping up with at least to this date?
I'm keeping up with most of the modern ones, and of course I know Love and Deep Space because my girlfriend plays it. I see that smile on your face. You couldn't keep that one away. Dude, I know you.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I'm normal. Keep talking.
No, you're not. You cannot. Don't lie to me. I'm normal. Ain't nobody that's normal says I'm normal. Shut the hell up.
No, normal. It's so crazy. Like, okay, what I need to know. What do you know about Love and Deep Space? Like, have you seen? What have you watched? What do you know? I need to know the ins and outs.
Honey, when the Valentine's Day event came out, Ashley said, "Noble, get in VC. I need to show you something." And she forced me to go into VC and watch the most gooner shit I have ever seen for females. Like guys strapped in bondage, tied up to a ceiling. I see you shaking in anticipation. And they're just like, what are you gonna do to me? You stepped into my cage. Like just the most corny lines I've ever.
Dude, it's crazy because
I mean, girls made that game for girls, and I deeply respect it. You know, like they know what they want, and that's what they want. I get it. I understand.
Have you played a lot of like otome games?
I played a few Otome games, yeah.
Yeah, so like with Love and D Space, I always tell my community like back then otome games, I've played a lot too growing up, but like Love and D Space is just different. They're doing some stuff that just I haven't seen yet, at least globally in otome games. You know, like it's almost like soft core at this point.
Yeah,
with,
yeah, I would agree.
with the amount of grinding, you know, the T's. Oh my god, like
Yeah, no, literally I saw like a guy in a cat ears goes down, his shirt is undone, he's sweaty, glistening in the sun, oiled up, and like the girl's like he's like, come on, pet me. And then he like grabs her hand and it's like, I need you to pet me lower. And he like goes down and then it goes black. And I'm like, okay, I know where this is going.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I was telling okay, you know what? I'm not freaking out as much as, you know, I first did when I saw it on stream. But like that changed my life, Noble. This is crazy. this is next level. Like I wish I was still into otome games because it's just like when I played Love and D Space, it's just a lot of work. You know, I'm getting pings. It reminded me of Mystic Messenger. Like I have to keep these.
Oh yeah.
I have to log in basically every other like couple hours.
I played that too. I forgot about that game. Yeah, I played that.
Yeah, where you have to like be on the game every couple hours, you know, or else you're missing on resources. Because I'm trying to be free to play in these games now, but my goodness, it was crazy. my mind.
I mean, you just got introduced to basically virtual smut is what it is.
Yes. Wait, that's the perfect way to put it because like I just couldn't explain and I couldn't put into words why I felt this way with Love and D Space because it was just different again, you know, like the past otomes feels more like vanilla, but then they take it up a notch. And not only that, it's like 3D and they're very handsome. Yeah. And then the MC is very pretty.
I agree. Yeah, they did their research, and I do think that the first person perspective, very, very good choice of what they did there for the girl to feel like she's getting hit on by these attractive men, like expertly done, honestly.
What do you think about like the whole Gunnar situation that like blew up from Love and D Space?
Honestly, I don't think it's much of a situation. It's just people pointing out like, oh hey, yeah, girls have a Gunnar game now too. Look at them. Like, I'm just proud of actually like, hey, you know, you play a Gunnar game. I don't give a crap. It's like, yes, some people are like saying it's not Gunnar, and like, and then they see the Valentine's Day. It's like, okay, I can't defend it anymore.
Yeah. Oh my god. Every time like an update for Love and D Space drops, my community pings me right away, and I'm like, guys, I'm trying to get past the Gunnar, like the Degen phase, you know, like one of my goals actually for 2025 was to be more family friendly. And it seems like I'm going the opposite direction every episode, to be honest, and every stream.
It is difficult. It really is, because YouTube has been grinding me now. Like any small thing, even like a fraction that's like slightly naughty, I've been getting hit for, and I'm like, I have to be super careful now. I don't know what's going on. They got someone on my case now. Ooh. So, you know, family friendlies might be the way to go there. Might be the way.
Do you think like sus Coomer content has tripled since back then, or has it always been the same, but it's just getting more attention now?
Oh, wow. I mean, when I started YouTube, and again, I told my story of Sakura Spirit, that was the first kind of like really smutty game for men that was on Steam. And it was the one that really launched forward Steam's change to allow adult content onto the platform, was pretty much because of Sakura Spirit. And that changed the landscape. So there's definitely more things. That's how Honey Pop, Nekopara, all those other Gunnar games started coming out, and now you have like fucking Decay. I mean, Azure Lane was there before. Azure Lane completely Gunnar, okay? Completely good. That was another one I played. I forgot about Azure Lane. That was another one. Yeah, there's a lot of really, really Gunnar games out there now, and there's so much. It's kind of saturated now, but they're getting more forward about it. So
I don't know if it's saturated, but I feel like more attention, or at least I'm noticing it a lot more, especially since like Snowbreak, for example. Snowbreak.
Oh yeah, Snowbreak went super goon.
But
And
it's working.
Yeah, no, I missed the phase because it was only like slightly goon when I had to quit. It was like they had like a nice summer bikini event. I was like, oh, that's nice. It's not too goon right now, but you got like some nice swimsuits here and there. But then they went like, oh, you can touch them on their feet and they're gonna rub you and sit down and love you and say you're the best ever. And I'm like, wow, that changed.
Yeah.
that changed.
Yeah, and I heard that they got rid of their ENVA cast too because like once they went down that route, some people didn't agree with it. So they're like, all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I saw that too. I saw it. Which is kind of a shame because I really did like their kind of different, like they had British voice actors, some European voice actors. It was nice. Just a shame that they got to stick up their butt over some gooner. Like, come on, man. The company needs to stay alive here. Like they want to make some money.
Yeah, it's just so weird though to see like how times have changed because like the meta has really changed. Like gooning, Coomer, Degen stuff feels a lot more popular, at least to me, compared to like back then.
Oh yeah. When I started, I was a complete weirdo.
What? What?
I was that guy who was like, dude, this guy's actually playing these games? Like, who is this guy? This guy's brave enough to show his face on YouTube, recording it while voice acting this gooner game? What a weirdo. I'm gonna hit the like and subscribe. And you're like, and then, like I mean, I blew up during that phase where YouTube pretty much allowed anything. It was great, as long as it wasn't nudity. And I made sure not to do nudity. I was like, I won't do that. Like, but no, I was pretty risque back then. I did a lot of dumb things. Like, I mean, the dumbest thing I ever did was uploaded a live reaction to which was the hottest thing to do for every YouTuber to do. But I think I still deleted it because I know YouTube was being kind of risque and they were on my case. I just made sure to get rid of all the really risky stuff. I was like, I'm not risking this anymore.
Wow, like you talking about that reminds me when like Markiplier did Orc Massage.
Oh yeah, that wasn't too long ago. I did it too.
Still up? Well, it's still up, right?
Oh yeah, my Orc Massage video is still up. Yeah, he did it, so I was like, well, if Markiplier can do it, I can do it.
That's awesome because I feel like when I do it, no, it's funny that you talk about like, oh, you call yourself a weirdo and then you stuck with that brand of being an anime degen. But for me, it's like I've explored right on my channel. I'm pretty sure you heard, but like I did a tier list of like flavored lube. I tried it. It was like a taste test.
I was there for that.
That and flavored condoms. Editor, please make sure this video doesn't get striked. But then like it was too extreme for me, and then I was like, all right, I'm not like built like that anymore.
No, that's fine. I mean, you stick with whatever you're comfortable with doing, all right? Never feel like you have to stick your neck out all the time.
But you know what? It created good memories. Like I felt like it built a little bit of character.
Get that YouTuber street cred.
Yeah, so like since then, I don't think I've uploaded anything like sus or crazy.
Oh, that's not so much. So?
Yeah, I've been pretty mild in what I do now.
Really?
I like the most I just get are just slightly demonetized for the stupidest things. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Really?
But no strikes, no adults, no 18 plus things anymore. It's fine.
What?
Like I'm chilling. I'm chilling now.
I thought I saw a recent Pokemon thing though.
I mean, I got demonetized for an eggplant.
Oh, eggplants, big.
An eggplant. It was too much, man.
Too big.
Like the Gardevoir was just a normal Gardevoir. She was doing a black hole thing, and it's just the text. I like instead of like you want me to eggplant, I put the eggplant over there. I'll give you a good suck instead. And it was like a threat. I thought it was funny.
Oh my god.
But YouTube didn't. but YouTube didn't.
Yeah.
So
oh my god.
like, all right.
Editor, please make sure this video doesn't get striked. There's like another world when it comes down to like Pokemon memes. It's like really extreme to really funny to like really mild. It's like
oh yeah,
it's crazy. crazy good, I
The
guess.
thing with memes is like I don't just look at only the funny ones. I do the ones that start a conversation. And sometimes they're just wholesome. Sometimes they're, relatable, and sometimes they are just funny. So like that's the whole thing. Like not every meme is meant to be funny.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's lewd. But that's a different thing entirely.
What is one Pokemon meme that's like a conversation starter?
A conversation
Yeah,
starter?
because you mentioned like you look at stuff that starts a conversation. So like, give me one right now.
Like there's one where like somebody like goes up to a Gardevoir and he's just like, okay, well, what's that? And then he pushes down on her like weird red thing that she has in her chest, and it goes out the other way, and he's like, oh. And then she just like pushes it back, and he's gonna push it back again, and then she like grabs him by the throat, just like to stop it. And it's like, it's not too funny, but it's like, oh yeah, what the heck is that thing? Like what is that? Like what? How does that thing actually function? It's a conversation starter. It's not the most hilarious meme, but it's just interesting.
Yeah, it's like a brain thing. Like now I have to think about like a Gardevoir, and then what it does, its skills, its element, and then like what that button red thing.
Yeah.
That's like,
you don't know?
It's like critical thinking.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like critical thinking out here.
I mean, that one was just off the top of my head. Like all the memes were a freaking blur. You have to realize I scroll through Twitter every day, terminally online. I'm trying to find like some of the best memes that I can do and put in a video. And all these stuff blends together, and there's a lot of recycled memes. There's a lot of recycled stuff. But I try to find the best ones and, try to do my best.
I feel like whenever I try to find memes, they're not really memes, but they're more like brain rot. Like the current generation. Yeah, the current generation is like brain rot, So like one of them is like, are you a Jit Liang or a Fugalatugan?
Huh?
Do you know what that is?
No.
Yeah, see, I don't know what that is either. Okay, what about 5 big booms?
How you doing there, man? You got some funny words coming out of your mouth.
Mogging.
I know the word. I've heard it before. I don't know the meaning exactly.
Oh man, now I'm like scared to misdefine it. Like.
Exactly. You don't want to be the fake zoomer. All right.
Mogging is like one-upping someone in terms of like style or looks. So like, for example.
Okay.
You know what? I feel so bad. Okay, here. I'll give you another example. The cardboard in my room right now that you see. Hi. It's mogging me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
It's mogging you? You like your old self better than your new one?
I'm using an example because I used your cardboard. No, I love this current one, I feel like the old one was a little bit debate. I'm a little bit flatter now. And
you're flatter now.
I'm a little bit flatter now.
You rolled flat deep.
Stop. It
You
follows
rolled
me.
some flat substats.
It followed me, but yeah, I was like, I feel like this model feels very like me, but a lot of people always mention, like the dance, it's like 2 different aesthetics. This one's like cozy, comfy, gamer. The last one is a dancer type, more athletic.
Yeah, she just looks like she plays baseball,
Yeah, so something like that.
What do you mean something like that? What kind of dances do you do? You like dancing?
Oh yeah, I do like to dance. I've danced back in high school and like a little bit in college, and stuff like that. I even tried doing dancing for streams. It was like VR, but I think I got motion sick quite a lot being in VR. And then it's also like, it's so complicated. Like just the thought of 3D setup in general was too much, so I stopped. But hopefully, maybe one day, 4 years from now, who knows if I'm still around. Technology.
Wow. Yeah, I do think I have done full body VR tracking and all that stuff. It takes a lot to set up, and it is a pain in the butt. It's cool to get it going though. It really is. But like you have to strap things onto your feet, and you have to get something onto your waist, and you got your hand things going and the visor. So you're just going around doing stuff. And it's a lot of weight, and it's annoying. It's a lot of batteries that are going around that constantly need to be charged.
Yeah. And like the streams only last 2 to 3 hours because then it dies.
Wait, only that long? Usually the control. Well, you can always take off the full body. Like you can always just turn it off, and I just do like the controllers. The controllers typically last around 80 hours.
Oh.
I got several controllers too. Like I have like the default ones, and then I also have the knuckles, which have more control over your fingers, which is nice.
Oh, when did you try out VR?
Oh, I had my own. My content has evolved way over time. Like I did VR like in the early career. I was a very VR advocate kind of guy. Like I tried all the different demos of VR. Like the dev kits and everything, and then finally Vive released their thing, and then I got into VR chat. Do you know your way? And I did a bunch of VR chat content when it was huge, and I loved doing streams of it, but then it got really cringe. Because like some people were like hitting on you constantly in the VR space, and you can't really get them to go away, and you're trying to be polite, but like it's really hard to do sometimes because they're in your face constantly, or they're always trying to steal the show, and then like, oh, it's really annoying. But yeah. I mean, there's a reason why I stopped doing that kind of content, and also probably Nags. He won't come back.
Oh, I didn't know Nags did VR content.
Oh yeah, we're old VR boys in there. That's how we met. That's how we met one another out there. It was good times, man. I met a lot of cool friends in VR. In fact, I even since you're interviewing me now, I interviewed Project Melody in a VR chat. On the casting couch, but that's a different matter.
That's cool. What the heck? No, oh my god,
yeah, it was fun.
And now that you mentioned it, like it kind of ties into like this podcasting. I've watched a few, and one of them was, her podcast, because I was curious about it. What was that look for? I saw that look. Hold up. So yeah, no, I remember I would tune in if I could, to watch and listen. But yeah, no, that's cool. I haven't really done VR in a bit. VR has grown tremendously though. I've seen a lot of equipment and more like models who look 2D and stuff. It's insane how much like technology has improved and like grown since who knows when.
Oh yeah, honestly, I do think that at a certain point, once it becomes cheaper and easier to do, I do think 3D models are going to take over 2D models immensely, because it's just going to be more expressive, more easy to do what you want to do. We're not there yet, but we will get there.
Yeah.
we will get there.
I mean, like right now, even 2D models are super expressive already. So then like now there's a few models I've seen out there that look insanely like so expressive in the 3D, but like obviously like I don't know their secrets, as time passes.
Good rigging.
Yeah,
good rigging.
Yeah, more people will figure out, and then it'll be great, and then maybe I'll do 3D again.
All right, you got to do what you got to do. Have some fun.
I'm having fun right now. Actually, speaking of which, this is something I wanted to ask earlier. You mentioned you did not one, not two, but 3 weird things on your channel, and all of them being Boku no. I don't know. This could be in the recording, man. Now I have regret. I'm speechless.
I don't know what else to say. That's just the plot. The plot is actually a little bit weird in the third one. Not gonna lie, it's a bit weird if I remember. There's like some weird shit goes on, but like,
oh my gosh,
I kind of like phased it out, honestly. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gone from my memory.
Now that I think about it, I feel like nowadays people who get into anime, I don't know if they would know like Boku no Pico like that. I feel like people know Metamorphosis more, or
that's way more popular now.
Yeah, or like Black Bible. I think Bible Black. I don't know.
Yeah, that's an old classic one there too.
Yeah.
Euphoria, and like that's just is what it is.
It makes me wonder, like, what is the modern, I guess the modern Degen like hentai.
I don't think there is a modern day Degen one. There really isn't anymore. Nothing's been really that memed that much that it's just like, oh, this is like the go-to new Boku no Pico thing anymore. Because, they always just dig up Boku no Pico again.
Yeah.
Or Bible Black or Euphoria. They always just go back to that.
Have you seen any of those?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's crazy. I just felt like asking. Oh.
You mean all of them? Yes.
Oh. Dang.
Yes, of course.
You're brave. I don't think I can. I have to read it. I feel I can't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you do what you do.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's best maybe to go in blind, you know? Maybe just go in there and enjoy it. I'm not gonna say anything more.
So a more family-friendly topic. What are your first animes?
My first animes. Okay, well, I mean, the things that I saw as kids, I didn't even think were even called anime at the time. Like I didn't think Pokemon was an anime. I just thought it was a cartoon. So that was like one of the very first ones. And then, you know, like I saw in the WB, they even had like One Piece back in the day on 4Kids. I wasn't too into it, but now it's like my number one anime. I even saw like I got super into Pokemon, and then I really liked Cardcaptor Sakura at the time too. Like I grew up with that one. It was very cute and wholesome. Although I learned at the time that they completely butchered it. And by making it so it started with like the boy character coming into the story when he started like several episodes after, and they only showed characters of just Lee Xiaoran and Sakura together and not just Sakura by herself. Really weird. And I also like Sailor Moon too. But I do think that the thing that started me off on my path to absolute weebdom, like absolute weebdom, was when I went to a local library and I went to the manga section, which was so much smaller than it is nowadays. Like they have like a whole section, Barnes and Noble, dedicated to just manga. It was a sliver. And I saw on the thing, what is this? Hayate the Combat Butler. What is this title? This is stupid. I picked it up and I read it. It was hilarious and I loved it. And then I was like, man, I would love to read more of that. Where can I find this thing? You know, I kind of want to read it. So I look online trying to find places where I can go to buy the volumes and stuff, maybe for a deal. And then I saw Hayate no Gotoku, free scanlations. I was like, all right. And
Yeah.
and then, you know, that was that. I just became a complete degen reading manga for like days going down. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is great.
Wow. What is like, well, now that you mentioned manga, what's like the one manga that you would recommend for everyone to read at least once?
One Piece.
Oh, One Piece.
I like if there's one manga that you really should read before it ends, absolutely One Piece. And there's no better time to start than now, because as soon as people know what the One Piece is, you bet your ass it's going to be all over the internet. You're not going to ever unknown. Everyone's going to meme about it. It's going to be the number one talked about thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be everywhere, plastered everywhere.
When do you think the One Piece will be revealed?
We might still have 3 years left. I don't know, man. Whatever Oda feels.
Okay.
Whatever Oda feels, man. He's still going. My man, the GOAT. He'll still
Like,
go.
you were saying as if like you knew it was gonna end soon. That's why I had to ask, because I was like, man, I swear I thought it was like
It
ongoing.
is going towards its final arcs, definitely. But I mean, it's been going on for like lots and lots of years. So to say it's going on its final arcs right now, well, it's still got some time.
Yeah.
It's still got some time.
But yeah, no, you're right. Like once a manga ends, a lot of people will talk about it, like Oshinoko. I saw people were talking about the ending, certain chapters of like Jujutsu Kaisen, people blew that up and made memes of it before, it's an anime, and I'm out here like, I don't read any of this and I'm getting spoiled.
Those are the two big ones that got spoiled for me too. Like, oh, it was everywhere. I couldn't escape it. I know exactly how it ends and everything. And it made me not want to watch the anime anymore. Once I saw the ending of Oshinoko, I was like, I don't want to see this.
Oh. I had someone explain the ending to me, because I was like, oh, I feel like, I mean, you know what? I didn't finish the anime. I didn't finish season 1. So I was like, oh, just spoil it for me. And then once I heard about it, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't think I want to watch it anymore, unfortunately. I still want to watch it, because I started the anime.
Oh, no, it was bangers. Season 1 was great. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
But if I know how it's going to end, which is like trash, then I just don't want to continue.
Yeah, no, that's a common like decision. Even that's for me too with a lot of things. So aside from One Piece, you know what? Is that your favorite manga as well? Manga and anime?
Currently, yes, definitely. If you want to do like a starter anime, I think the safest one is like make someone watch One Punch Man.
I agree.
That's the one. I think universally agreed. One Punch Man.
One Punch was freaking hilarious for me. And I just remember laughing hard. Like, that was it.
Oh yeah, I loved One Punch Man. I'm excited for the season 3 that's coming out, and I really hope it lives up to the hype because there's some cool stuff in the manga that happened, and I want to see it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Every time I watch the anime, I don't really read the manga. Even like Promise Neverland, you know, I watched it, I liked it, but then I read only like 2 chapters after the anime ended, and then I just stopped.
Well, the manga's good.
Yeah.
Stick with the manga.
I was like, you know
stick
what?
with the manga.
I was like, I just remember that people mentioned season 2 was terrible.
Oh yeah, because it was the budget went to hell. It was terrible, and they sped it through everything. They skipped a bunch of stuff. They slideshow ending. It was terrible. Yeah, I guess they just thought that it's never gonna happen again. We're never gonna get another anime. Screw this. Screw this. Throw it against the wall. Call it a day.
Just curious, those figurines behind you, are they in an anime or is it a game?
There's Super Sonico and Lala. Super Sonico is like my all-time waifu. She did have a few games. She had Sonikomi, which is like a good. Actually, it's not good. It's like mediocre visual novels kind of game.
Is
it was all right.
Is it from like an anime or something? Because we were on topic of animes.
Super Sonico did actually have an anime too. It's complete trash. She's a trash waifu.
You know what?
She's completely garbage. Okay, she's disgustingly bad, and I love her. Okay, she's terrible.
Wait,
she's hot.
Have you seen Rent a Girlfriend?
Yes, I have. I actually, me and Ashley enjoyed the first season of it, but then I saw spoilers of things happening, and I was like, oh, I don't want to finish this. This makes me sad.
Did you have a favorite trashy waifu that you liked, or like was there a character that you liked in Rent a Girlfriend?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I just liked the humor and the stupid stuff that happened. I didn't think any of them were particularly standoutish. I think Mammy was an interesting villain.
Okay.
I think that was I liked her being there and kind of sabotaging things.
Okay.
It's kind of just like Shield Hero, the first season where the was there.
Yeah.
And she made season 1 just completely compelling, and then they got rid of her, and the show became garbage.
yeah. So like you're out here talking about like trash waifus, and like when I think of trash waifus, I think of Mami-chan from Rent a Girlfriend. I would say she's trashy, but like her actions, it brought like a different vibe to like what I'm used to.
Okay, if you want to talk trash, you played Honey Pop, right?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite one there? Who's your favorite wife? Do you remember?
I'm sorry, Noble. I don't remember anymore.
It's okay. My favorite, you'll probably remember her, was Audrey, the redhead.
God, let me search her up.
The super one that smoked.
Okay, and?
Yeah, she was just, she was so bad. She was vile, a jerk, just a complete a-hole, and I could fix her.
Oh, you know what? You're freaking base for that. You know, there's so many in like these gacha games. There's like I mean, obviously they're not like total and stuff, but you know they're like possessive or tsundere. A lot of people are like, oh, I can fix her. Yeah,
she was tsundere too. She turned out to be a little bit tsundere, and she was actually the most pure one because she was a virgin that was revealed at the end. So it was actually kind of funny.
So
it was actually kind of funny.
It's like wholesome then.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god, I love how you just told me like your top waifu, because that was my next question.
Oh yeah, Sonico's my top waifu. It's not even close.
Not even close.
I mean, in terms of like hotness, I think my other waifu that I liked a lot was Televru. I mean, Televru as a series was full of waifus and stuff.
I've heard of that before.
Oh yeah, it was completely degenerate.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's completely degenerate.
Did I read that?
Televru Darkness was probably the best that it got, and the art style was amazing. Jesus Christ. It was very, very nice, to say the least, for degens.
Dude, sorry, you just like triggered a memory of like Televru. I think I read it.
Oh yeah, it was massively popular. One of the most popular like ecchi anime out there.
Oh my gosh, this is like lost media in my brain.
Bringing back the old stuff for the youngin' out here.
No, I haven't heard.
I still got some kick in me.
Okay, you know what? Earlier when you were talking about anime, it was funny because Card Captor Sakura, I only recently heard of it because of Wuthering Waves Phoebe. A lot of people mentioned that her trailer was like 1-to-1 similar.
Yeah, she had the little wand thing that she did. Yeah,
and I was like, chat, what's Card Capture Sakura? And they were like, oh my god, if Rubee doesn't know who that is, like we're old. And I was like, The oldest anime that I know is Inuyasha.
That was kind of the same era as Cardcaptor
then-
Sakura. It was a little bit after. Like, Inuyasha was the same era as the original Full Metal Alchemist.
But then I was like, I never watched Sailor Moon. Full Metal, I found out like way later because I've only watched like the more mainstream animes like Naruto. I knew Bleach. I knew Dragon Ball Z.
Watch that, yeah.
You know,
Good stuff.
One Piece, and then from there on, it's like I had like a weird window of no anime, and then that's when I discovered more. Like once I started getting back into it, but yeah, I was like, I've never heard of Cardcaptor Sakura, and I felt so bad because they're like, oh, we're old now, and I was like, no, chat, you're not old. I just wasn't familiar.
I just wasn't familiar with your old show. Just say it to their face. Make them squirm like the worms that they are.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Yeah, I gotta own up to it.
That's right. They want to be abused. They're asking for it at that point. If they give you a layup, you gotta dunk it. You know, like
no.
just take it all the way in. Put it in that basket.
I'll learn to do that. I feel like I can sometimes. You know what? Now that you mention it, they probably want that, but then I never give what they want, you know?
Oh, cucking them. Devious. Absolutely disgusting, degenerate behavior, my disgusting.
That's a different way to say it, I guess.
All right. No, I get you. All right. You know your cards that you're playing out here, you're very skilled in your ways. I'm impressed even more.
This reminds me of like, have you watched like Overlord?
Oh yeah.
Where it's like luck, you know? Everything falls into place for him. It's kind of like that. It's like falling into place without me even trying.
I'm just lucky. Just a bunch of nice coincidences that happened, and I just happened to be there. Like, all right, I totally meant to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Since you've had a history of degenerate games, what would you recommend to the audience?
Oh, recommend of degenerate games?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, sorry. I guess recommend for me, you know, it's for me. It's actually for me, it's not the audience.
To like actually play on stream or just to enjoy in your off time?
Enjoy off time. You know what? Can I have both? Can I have one on stream and off time?
I mean, if you like doing degenerate things... I mean, Orc Massage was a very lovely game. The animation quality was incredible. If you're into Monster Girls, I don't know if you are, but I mean, what was an elf? I mean, like, that's a freaking elf.
Oh, it's like a bird. A bird.
Yeah, one's a bird, and the other one's like a furry cop kind of thing. So you know. A little tiger cop. I think they added maybe some other ones, but I can't remember. I only got so far in it. I broke the game. But yeah,
so it glitched out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice pickup for certain there. And a game that you can actually stream and is stream friendly, which is surprising, is the OG Nekopara. Any of the Nekoparas, you can just stream them as long as you don't got the adult patch in them. You're fine.
Dang. Okay. I was like, I would have suggested on stream Vampire Mansion. It's not really loot though. It's just a big, you know what? It's like Lady D from Resident Evil, but it's a vampire mommy chasing you. It's.
I think I remember that one. I thought I saw you play it.
Yeah, I played it. It's not like crazy Degen. But it is like, think of it like Zenless models, but like times 10. And she's a vampire mommy who's chasing you, and you have to run away. The other one is, oh my god, it's funny because I've only played like games here and there, but it really does stick, especially if I completed the game too. And one of them was Fuda Fix Dick Dine and Dash.
I know that one. Yes, I'm not into the Fudas, but yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Holy, what a title! That one there.
And then some lore. It was when I had first started streaming. I think a viewer donated like money for me to play that game, and it was for like Valentine's Day. They were like, oh, like, Mai, can you play this on stream? And then I looked at it and I was like, this is not a game I could stream. But then because they had donated, you know, I bought the game and then I played it somewhere else for the audience. I can't remember story, but I do remember the play style and the animations. It was like quality.
I mean, yeah, there's a whole mess of things out there, especially in that landscape of the lewdness, that you can definitely find some good stuff. But I have to hold back, otherwise YouTube will take me out again, and I'd rather not be taken out again.
I want to hear it. You know what? Actually, I feel like this entire episode we've been like degenerate. We need to be more family friendly. Actually.
Oh, of course. What do you want me to say? How family friendly you want me to be here? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah,
huh?
you know what? Have you been noble? You know.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be going to a trip to Nihon Land again here.
Oh.
Hopefully to check up on some good anime figures in Akihabara, then maybe travel to see some fancy monkeys and hot springs. And then maybe I get to see my homie Mary again and hang out with him and see some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And like there's this nice little thing, I don't know if you know of it, but it's like Team Labs in Japan, where it's like a experience to walk through the area. Like you have to go in barefoot so you can feel like the water rushing through your feet and the soil and the sand and like take in the scents and everything. And you're assaulted with all sorts of visuals and sensory overload kind of stuff out there. And it's just wackiness and silliness, and it's fun to be there. They've added some stuff that I want to see again. And I don't know, maybe I get to see some cool other anime I know Ashley wants to go see some themed anime cafes about some of Love and Deep Space things.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
We're gonna go experience some of the fun and the culture, and she wants to go on some nature hikes and see some of the, some of the landmarks around.
Yeah. How often do you go to Japan? Like, is this your...
Pretty much once a year.
Oh, wow.
Once a year.
But how long has it been?
Yeah.
Like, since their first time?
This is my first time.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Maybe 7 years ago is when my first time I went. It was definitely different back then. That's for
Yeah,
certain.
yeah. I was going to ask because I was like, oh, that means like you've seen Japan like before COVID and then after COVID, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What was it like?
Japan is always like kind of ahead of its time, but then it's also kind of stays that way and refuses to change. So like the best thing I could say, like in Akihabara, like it's mostly stayed the same, like the layouts and everything, but like the Sega buildings are no longer there. Like the big arcades that were once towering there that you could play in all those big arcades, they're no longer there. They're taken over by other companies and other things. There was massive Dojin. Like there used to be like a multi-floor Dojin building that you could just go through all the degenerate stuff. 2 floors dedicated to women dojins and 2 floors dedicated to the men ones, boys loves and things like that. And like it was just a cultured collection. It's gone. All of it's gone. There's like back alleys you could dip into for mom and pop shops in between, but like it hasn't changed too much. I mean the transportation's still roughly the same. Like it's, I don't know. It just doesn't change much.
I feel like obviously in the States versus like Japan, it feels like different. So to me, like when I went to Japan for the first time last year, I was like, oh wow, like everything feels so like high technology, especially the toilets. I think the toilets.
Oh yeah, I got a bidet. When I got like a heated toilet bidet in Japan, changed my life, man. I tried it for the first time. You tried it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're not a coward. Unlike Ashley, who I bought a bidet. Really nice, warm seat, everything like that. She wanted a nice warm seat. She refuses to try the bidet. She's too scared. I don't understand. It's sanitary. It's clean.
It like tickles, I guess. It's the best way to put it. and you can adjust the pressure and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I can adjust the pressure.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah. I mean, you also got to make sure you spread the cheeks so it goes all the way in,
It's customizable to each person, yes.
Like, it's so nice that like some of the technology stuff that you wish you had in the States, but it just doesn't exist.
Yeah. So it's like interesting when you said that like it hasn't changed much because it just feels like it's always improving somehow. I don't know. When I see it online, like you know what it is? It's always Japan or Asia in general is always ahead of its time or ahead of the time of like the U.S. is what I normally see.
It's been ahead, but it hasn't changed, to say the least.
Well, I guess like it didn't need to change then.
They don't really need to because it's still better. They like the train system is really nice. It's always on time. They have buses too. If you need to get around in a bus, those are on time and they're nice. It's just the lines are terrible.
Oh, I see.
There's lines everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's a line, and you have to stand in line, and you're like, and there's no places to sit. You don't sit down in Japan.
Oh yeah, I hear that like when you buy food, you can't eat and walk either.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. It really is. I mean, you can just like eat it there on the spot, which a lot of people do. It's perfectly fine just to sit there, eat it up real quick, and then you can hand it over, and they'll typically throw it away for you.
Oh.
But yeah, there's no trash cans either. There's no public trash cans, so they typically have to carry it to you back to your place.
Yeah, I actually kind of like stuff like that, but it was like a little inconvenient when I had like ice cream, and then it's like, okay, now I have to hold it, but then it's like dripping because it's melted and whatnot, and I can't throw it away. Yeah, I did like that system. It just took a little bit of time to get used to, really.
Yeah, it's definitely culture shock for certain. It's especially the convenience stores everywhere that are so nice. I love those things so goddamn much.
What do you like to get there?
Again, they have like this nice rice and chicken thing that's so goated. It's really nice. And then they also have like gummies that are just $1 each. And I just sample. I'm like, I gotta try this one. This one looks cool. And I just try all the different flavors. And they got ice cream. And like there's like they're cheaper than $1. And I gotta try them all. Man, I miss it. I miss nice convenience stores, man. We need more of those. Like America, we don't have convenience stores. They're inconvenience stores.
Yeah, they're inconvenient.
I have to drive to them.
True, and some things are kind of overpriced. At least that's what I feel like.
Yeah, it's like you pay $4 for like a bottled soda when you could just go to the grocery store and I can get a full case of them for $4.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then the food there is questionable. Oh, I've heard of gas station sushi before, and I was like, oh.
Why would you? Oh, and is it Japan? Maybe?
No, here in the States.
Oh no!
Gas
Why?
station sushi. I'm like, oh.
I'm sure they have a qualified chef in the back of that gas station making that sushi for you.
But yeah, it's like unfortunate that like, we don't have like the same quality, But who knows? Who knows? It will change maybe one day.
Of course, it'll only get better here in America. Definitely, only improvement.
Yeah, but there was an article. I mentioned like someone bought out 7-Eleven and they plan on bringing 7-Eleven Japan to US. So hopefully it works out if that was true.
I can get my melon pan, like well, maybe it'll be worth.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, those are so good.
Yeah, Japan bread is very sugary and light, which is nice. And actually the best like chicken like popcorn chicken that I've had is actually from a convenience store in Japan.
Wow.
It like out of all the American establishments that prize themselves in fried chicken, the best one I got was like, can I get this? It was late at night. I wanted some nice warm hot popcorn chicken, and he just goes to the back and he heats it up. It was spicy popcorn chicken. And I don't know if he used a microwave or he actually went to deep fry it. He got it back and it was so full of flavor, so crispy, so nice. And I'm like, why can't I just have this in America?
Oh my gosh. If like that's the best popcorn chicken you've had, you should definitely travel like other countries in Asia. Because I'm sure they're like I feel like every country has like a different style of popcorn chicken, and it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, the only countries I've been to are, London, which is well, in Britain, I should say, famous for its cuisine being bad.
I was gonna ask like which one, like what is it?
I've been to Canada too, and Canada had some decent food there. Like I tried the poutine. The poutine's aight, and then of course Japan, and I think that's about it. That's the extent of me traveling.
Is there a country that you want to visit in the future?
No.
No? You know what?
No.
Nice.
I like Japan and I like America. Those are not. I mean, England was fine. It was all right. The MC in London Comic-Con. I've been there twice. It was fun. Had some good times. Had some good memories. But yeah, I'm happy here at it. I'll just go to Japan. I'm happy with that.
I mean, you know what? You know what you want. So yeah, I was like, there's like people who want to travel like every country in the world, and then there's some people who just like to like stay in mainland or even just going to like one spot.
What about you, huh?
For
you
me?
Like going places? You're a travel lady?
I'm not like a traveler, but I feel like I travel quite a lot because of conventions, I like I was like conventions one thing. It was my first time in Japan and Singapore last year. You know what it is? When I travel, I have to worry about like my immune system. I get sick easily and I get the stomach bug easily. So I have to like watch out on like the types of water that I'm drinking.
Yeah, it's easy to get sick on a plane. That's for certain.
Yes, that's where I get the most sick. Like just being in the plane for some reason.
I mean, you got a whole bunch of people cramped up like sardines. Of course you're gonna get germs everywhere.
I've noticed that like the moment I get off the plane, that's where I feel like most sick. I don't know. I'm kind of cozy, you know, being at home, streaming and stuff. But then sometimes I do feel like, oh, I should travel more. So at least I want to go to Japan again. Japan is really fun.
Okay. See, you're just like me then, for real. She's just like me.
Yeah. Because I was like, I feel like there's so much to do in Japan, right? But then like 1 week is not enough.
Definitely not. You need at least two. I feel.
Yeah.
To really soak in some of the things and get comfy and not be too pressed for time to go everywhere.
Yeah. And you can like take it easy, you know. You can walk to a restaurant that you see and want to try without having to like make reservations and rush and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I don't like making reservations and doing everything. I mean, obviously I have to make reservations because like trying to get into like the Pokemon Cafe. Oh my god.
Are you gonna go there?
I already went. All right. I went to multiple with me and Ash, and then I also went again with my friend Mary. Like we got some stuff, okay? we got some stuff there, but it's so expensive. The bill was like $200, okay? I'm not even joking.
Was it cute at least? Like the food aesthetic?
Oh, it was really cute. They had like the dancing Pikachu come out and he was doing his thing. And we got to watch the show. The food was mediocre, but it was cute. And we got some nice collectible merch. So, you know, we got the experience, but I would say never do it more than once.
I see like a lot of people when they go to these collab cafes in Japan, they always say the food is mediocre, but it's very aesthetic and it's cute. And they wouldn't go back. You know, it's like a one-time thing.
Yeah, the only thing I would not recommend doing is going to just a generic maid cafe.
Oh.
Because like their goal there is to milk you dry. And they will try to scam you to try and say like, hey, you're getting comfy, have like this drink. Why don't you buy some drinks and stuff like that? And then they'll get you more bills and they'll keep racking up the bills and they'll charge your card. And who knows how much they charge you for. You know, watch out for all the service fees.
So you've been to maid?
Just be careful.
You've been to maid cafe before?
No, I have not.
Really?
I have not.
Really?
Yeah. I was curious, but at the same time, like I was warned. So I was like, okay, then I guess I won't. But I did see, like, if you go anywhere in Akihabara or like some of the strips that have like maid cafes, any of the weed places, there's like rows and rows of maid girls. And they're all just there standing all day long, trying to hand out things to get you to go to their area. Okay. They hustle. And like they're out there so long that when we got to like one of the areas towards the end of the day, one of the girls collapsed on the spot. And they called an ambulance over and they wheeled her away. Like they're out there hustling. Okay.
I feel like when I was in Japan, I just stayed in like the main city and I didn't explore. I guess I just followed like where my family went.
Yeah, I went to Oda's hometown, Kumamoto, and I saw all the nice One Piece statues there. We went around to all the different spots because they're scattered everywhere where there was like disasters, in order to like say, like, hey, you know, we want to get tourism going here, so more people will come to see the statues. They'll bring like hope, and that's what One Piece does. It brings hope and restores the areas, and hopefully, you know, they can recover from their disasters. And we met a lot of nice people there. And we saw some cool sights, and it was, God, it wasn't rainy as heck, but it was nice.
Oh, dang.
It was nice.
Have you ever been to Japan during its cherry blossom season?
Funny you say that, because this time it's gonna be during the cherry blossom season.
I didn't even know. So. I don't even know when it is. I just know it's sometimes the first half of the year. That's it.
Well, what time are we in right now?
We're in the first half of the year.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. I hope you'll post pictures maybe if you want to share them, because I hear that it's like really beautiful and people always talk about it, but then, you know, it's like kind of busy the first half of the year.
Oh yeah, it's gonna probably be massively busy and touristy, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know, because it is gonna be cold as heck. So here's hoping it's not too cold. Yeah, Japan is notoriously hot in the summer and notoriously cold in the winter, so dress accordingly.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was decent weather when I was in Japan in June. That was June.
Yeah, June was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. June's fine. It's like, like I got like super sweaty. I think we went towards August and stuff where it was like there was still like nice weather, but like sometimes it was like absolutely pouring. Like I'm talking like it was a waterfall. Just it was going down so hard. Like it was literally like a single like 2 buildings coming out of the subway station to our hotel, and we were drenched. All right, just drenched. It was coming down so hard. And then it's completely nice the next day. You can't judge the weather. It's weird.
You know what? At least it's Japan. In Japan, you know, I feel like maybe because it's a different country, it's like adaptable. That's how I feel sometimes whenever I'm like in a different area, because I guess where I'm from, it doesn't really do that.
I'm so glad we're talking about the weather now.
No, wait.
We've truly come to the pinnacle of conversation. Weather.
Okay, no, I won't lie. It's so funny that people use that as like, what do you call that? Like using weather as a topic is kind of like boring to some people. But I love talking about weather. I'm so passionate about it.
I turn on that weather channel. I'm like, here we go. Another fun-filled day.
No, it's so crazy because like whenever people are like, oh, how's the weather? Like they use it as like an excuse, you know, because they don't know what to say. But like, if you ask me how's the weather, I will tell you every ins and outs and like whatnot. I'm so passionate. I like talking about weather too.
I mean, if you come from an interesting area where there's interesting weather, sure. But in Cali, it's just, yeah, it's sunny. Oh, we had some clouds today. Oh,
yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
A little bit of clouds.
Hey.
Hell yeah, man.
I wanted to ask, have you been to those muscle mommy cafes in Japan?
No, I haven't. I know about them, but no, I haven't gone to a muscle mommy. I wanted to go inside of like an otter cafe or like an owl cafe, but they didn't allow recording anything. So I was like, well, that defeats the purpose. It's like I wanted to record some of it so I can share some of the fun times, just like a little bit. But it is what it is.
There's the deer park where when you feed the deer and then you can record.
Oh yeah, those things are assholes.
Oh really?
Yeah, I know. You gotta watch out for those deer, man. Oh, you didn't know about like during COVID, like all the deers weren't getting fed because there wasn't tourism.
Oh.
So they were wandering out looking for people and harassing people for food.
Oh, that means like they were so used to being fed by people that they literally went out of their way to go find people.
Yeah, man, they hunt you down if you don't got food. They get aggressive. You know, watch out.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen
Shikanoko.
I actually haven't seen that anime either. Unfortunately, I'm so like outdated on anime. My chat knows that I started a lot of things, but then I just never finished. So like, I started Oshinoko, I started Frieren, have not finished. Started Arcane, haven't finished. I read Berserk, but I stopped at chapter 300.
Oh wow, you got deep. Okay.
Oh yeah, I really liked Berserk. Did you watch Berserk or read it?
I know about it. I haven't. I mean, I pretty much know everything about it, but no. Yeah.
I started. It's a anime, but then a manga adapted to anime, but then I'm reading the manga. It's the deranged detective. It's like a detective with a tattoo on his neck.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's about detective stuff. Yeah, I feel like I'm notorious for starting things and then just never finishing it.
It's all right. Commitment issues. I understand. It's fine.
There's just too many husbandos, waifus, animes out there. You know, I gotta see.
Gotta do those dailies. Gotta do all those gacha dailies. You got like what 5 gachas that we gotta get those dailies done. You know.
Oh my god, I don't even play my dailies anymore. I play Monopoly Go.
Yeah, man. I hop on. I got dailies too, but sometimes I just like I can't be asked. I'm just gonna hop on Orcs Must Die, and I'm just gonna kill some orcs.
Wait, is that a game? Is that like a simulation game?
Yeah, Orcs Must Die. There's a few series of them. You know, like I mean, it sounds just like the title. What goes on in Orcs Must Die? I don't know. I think you might kill orcs.
Is it a visual novel? Oh no, it's a.
Yeah. It's like a third-person shooter tower defensey game.
Okay.
It's like a hybrid of both. I think 1 and 2 are very, very good. 3 was kind of meh. And 4 grew on me. I think 4 is also pretty decent too.
Oh wait, you played all of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Orcs Must Die Death Trap is 4. That just came out recently. I'm enjoying it.
So, hey, what is a real game? What is one game that you would recommend?
Okay. I mean, a recent one that I played. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh. I didn't play
amazing. That. But another one that I like that's easy to pick up. You could do it at like maybe 1 or 2 streams. Is None Holy. It's got a nice hot women on it, and I mean, you go around. It's kind of just like Hades 2, to say the least. You go around, you fight some cool bosses. It's randomized plays. You get some cool loot, and there's builds for each of the 3 girls that you can choose from. And it's fun and challenging. It's good. It's good roguelike. And then the women are hot. Oh, they're really hot.
I'll take your word for it. I see some characters right now. Wow. I feel like we've talked a lot, actually. We come from Degen to wholesome. We actually became family friendly with Japan. Lots of games and whatnot. To finish this off, okay, for real, last question. Oh my god, I've literally said this.
For real.
Yeah, for real. I don't remember if I asked this, but what is one Let's Play that you would recommend? Because you've played a lot of Let's Play, right? And in your YouTube career, you know, you've played a lot of these games. LostPause, LP, Let's Play, whatnot. What is one Let's Play game that you would recommend?
I mean, one that stood the test of time that a lot of people still like and meme about till this day is like Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh.
That one is something that no matter when you play it, people will appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know? Because they want to see your reaction to certain scenes. They want to see you bond to the characters and whatnot. You know, it's an experience, to say the least. The closest thing that we've gotten to that, and a lot of people are bringing it up again, is Me-Side, or My Side, I should say.
Oh, I call it Me-Side.
That's another one.
Oh, did you play Me-Side?
I want to. I will eventually. I was late to the party, so I was like, I'll just be late.
Oh, yeah, I'm late to the party.
You know, I was thinking about, because I wanted to do YouTube streaming and Twitch streaming at the same time. So that way I can save some Let's Plays for YouTube, and they can enjoy it later on if they want to catch the content, and join me for streams if they want. You know, it's all good.
Yeah. Doki Doki is something that's like my viewers would ask me all the time. You know, it's still relevant this day and age. It's always brought up because of the story, and people want to see like the reaction to like that one big scene, you know, that happens.
Oh yeah. They want it. Yeah. They want that scene.
Which I rate. Yeah, I was like, I watched PewDiePie play that, so like I kind of know what happens and whatnot. Yeah, it's a different experience when you do play it yourself.
True. Yeah. I mean, you do choose the options of what you go to, and you get to choose which girl you go after, and you know, there's options that can change things. You know, so it's fun.
All right. Well, thank you, Noble, for taking the time to chat with me and sharing your experience, sharing your stories, your lore, your knowledge on Degen stuff to Japan. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Maya. It was fun.
Yeah.
I liked chatting it up. I've been talking forever now. It just seems like it was a normal stream.
Oh my gosh.
Like a normal stream.
Well, I mean, I hope you had a good time. I had a good time, and I know the viewers will enjoy hearing the content because, like I had mentioned, you're a longtime YouTuber, so a lot of people will be like, "Oh my God, Noble," or LostPause, I guess.
Yeah, that old guy.
The old guy.
Oh, I haven't seen that guy in forever. He's just not around.
No, it's no. I'm not calling you old or anything, but when people still make content after like years, it's like admirable. You know, I think that's really cool. So you should be proud of that.
I mean, you've been in there for 4 years now too yourself.
True,
so
yeah.
don't you hit me with that. Don't you hit me with that.
There's actually a lot of YouTubers where they're like, oh my God, I've watched you since like I was in high school and I'm now graduating college. Like, thanks for being there. It is so wholesome.
It is nice. It is nice to hear that. It really is. Like at first you're like, oh God, I'm old. And then after a while you get over it and you're like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know what? Heck yeah, another one. Let's go. We got another one.
I know, right? What a wholesome way to end this episode. Noble, is there anything else you would like to say to the audience? Or, you know, about yourself?
Yeah, I got one thing. Okay. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button right now and tune in for the next My Rubee podcast.
Oh my God. Wow.
Only on this channel, baby.
Thank you, guys. Make sure to check out Noble. You know, once again, he's a friend. He's my DM. He streams on Twitch and he makes a lot of YouTube content. If you guys want to be caught up in memes or animes, or anything Degen things, make sure to check out Noble. He's more than just Degen, you know, he's very knowledgeable. So I had to throw that out just in case, because I feel like...
You know, he's not just Degen, all right? He's a little bit better than like...
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy watching. Thank you, Noble, once again for being on here. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow up on Noble and this channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.